And welcome to World Health News Today. I'm Steve Truitt. Good morning, everybody. New research shows avian flu, animal welfare, and consumer preference are having an effect on the chicken we eat. Was that in my head, or did everyone hear that?
What did you hear? He really gets into the game. Look where he puts the controller. I really want to talk to him.
And welcome to World Health News Today. I'm Steve Truitt.
And I'm Judy Alley.
A new study shows high-altitude mountain climbing may not be the best thing for your brain. An Italian study published in the European Journal of Neurology says that high-altitude exposure may cause a subtle loss of brain cells and motor function. Researchers say climbers showed a small reduction in both gray and white matter in the brain. The results provide evidence that extremely high-altitude climbs with no external oxygen supply may cause subtle changes in brain tissue.
It's 8:04. Welcome back. It's time right now for another check of the weather with our own Steve Truitt. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Beverly. And I definitely have good news for us as we look at our Mount Wilson cam looking down on the basin. As we look at our live satellite picture, zooming in, the picture shows not very much until we add a little bit of a graphic in the form of the high-pressure dome sitting over the Four Corner states, bringing us that oppressive heat for the last few days. Finally, that's going to be moving off to the east, and the low-pressure system, which we've been waiting for, coming down from the Aleutians in the Pacific Northwest, making its way into our area and taking form in something that we call the coastal eddy. That's right, eddy is back, and that counterclockwise flow of moisture and cooler temperatures is going to be in our area pretty much dominant for the next couple of days and showing up visibly in the form of morning low clouds and fog, that marine layer pushing itself further inland as each day progresses, bringing temperatures down cooler and cooler each day. A NASA spacecraft with a Hollywood name, Deep Impact, blasted off yesterday on a mission to smash a hole in a comet and give scientists a glimpse at the frozen primordial ingredients of the solar system.
What is this thing?
This is an automatic screw gun.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Buck Rogers would use. It's like...
Yeah, when Buck Rogers is building stuff in space.
I like how he's moving around, and the feeling of the person seems much more better than before.
Much more better. That's a lot better than just better.
What would happen if I didn't have this gel on my hand right now?
We'd be dialing 911 and an ambulance.
I'm powered up and ready to go.
Good. That's a good start.
It's more difficult than I thought.
It's me. It's not it. It's me.
But I'm starting to get the hang of my extra leg's incredible power-assisted step. For the first time in 14 years, shop owners of LA's historic Alvarez Street are seeing their rents go up, which has some merchants wondering, am I going to go out of business?
My parents met in this store, and we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this store. You know, my two brothers and I grew up here. You know, I grew up at a very young age. I think it was probably like 9 or 10 on that register. If you look at that register is probably like 100 years old.
Aida's family business is one of 77 merchants on LA's Alvarez Street, the historical center of Mexican culture and heritage in Los Angeles. And like most businesses these days, profits are down and costs have gone up. Alvarez Street is facing higher costs, with the city proposing changes that include rental increases from 100 to 250%, plus security deposits. Everyone agrees that a shared sacrifice is necessary, but merchants insist that the city do more to promote business here. Councilmember Jose Huizar has helped merchants come to a tentative agreement with the city that he says is fair for both sides.
Bottom line, I think this lease is overly generous to the merchants. It takes into account the history of their families there, the contributions they've made to keep the birthplace of the city of Los Angeles alive, but at the same time allows us as a landlord to do what's in the best interest of the taxpayers for the city of Los Angeles.
Bring back the artisans, the glass blowers, the leather makers, you know, all of the things that the dance performances, the dance shows, the flamenco, the folklorico, which is like all the beautiful costumes that you see here. We need that.
Now, the city is set to vote on the measure next week, and included in all of this is the high cost of parking, which can really impact a family's budget. From Alvarez Street, I'm Steve Truitt.